Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Citizens of the Stars. This week, in usual fashion, we're going to take a moment to highlight some of the incredible content and achievements coming from the Star Citizen community. Now, let's waste no time and jump straight over to Ben Lesnick for another installment of Citizen Spotlight.
Hey everybody, it's Ben and welcome to Citizen Spotlight, the part of the show where we spotlight a citizen and the wonderful work they do to make the Star Citizen community great. Today I'm joined by my good friend, Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo. Hey Nikki, why don't you tell us how you got started with this and what you do for Star Citizen?
Hey Ben, well that's not too hard. I got started with Chris Roberts games way back when it was Wing Commander, but thanks to Scott Manley in one of his videos, I was able to catch a glimpse of what he called from Wing Commander to Star Citizen, and that was back in August of 2013, so a little bit after the crowdfunding campaign started, and from that point on, I've been hooked, and very quickly in September of that year, I started Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous, which... that just started with a quick thread inside the subscribers den, and from that point on, I've just been doing videos, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, most of the time just weekly.
Tell me about that. What does a Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous video entail?
Well, I go over a lot of the news that comes out for the game development in the beginning when you guys were like really putting out a lot of news. I broke it down very simply for everybody to make it very easy for everyone to understand. I did theoretical matchups of the ships. These days, I'm talking to people like yourself and Sandy and Brian Chambers and David Haddock and bringing people or giving people the opportunity to ask questions to them that aren't subscribers. So that's what I'm giving back to the community. I also do another set of videos called State of the Game, where I get into the game and give my impression of where the development is going at the time. Sometimes critical, a lot of times very fair and balanced. And of course, I do a great live show with 2 wonderful women, Eden Star, who is the 1 millionth backer, and Sophie Girl, who is a streamer, and we call that Lightspeed Lunatics, and we do that on Friday nights at, I think that we do it at 8:30 at this point, and that's on twitch.tv/The Base Radio.
That's 8:30 Eastern, yeah?
Eastern time.
So what exactly is that? What is an episode of Lightspeed Lunatics?
Well, Lightspeed Lunatics came from, we're friends. We went to Citizen Con together, we roomed together, and we came up with this idea. 3 girls, pajamas, alcohol, Star Citizen. So nothing good comes from that show except for antics and just a lot of fun. And when you get us on a good night, we'll go into Star Marine and shoot each other in the face.
Well, it's always a good time when you're shooting each other in the face. Anything you'd like to say to the Star Citizen community right now?
Yeah, just have patience. This is definitely going to be the best damn space simulator ever. I have the utmost confidence that this team will get it done, and I've had a little bit more access than the normal person to the group, and I can tell you that every one of these people that are working on this game are passionate and true to the mission of delivering that game to us.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. That's fantastic. It has really been an honor being your friend through all this, and thank you for helping keep the Star Citizen community so informed and entertained. Everybody out there, I'd encourage you to check out Nikki's videos and keep Star Citizening.
Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Quantum Questions, where we take a CIG developer, put them on the hot seat, and make them answer as many questions from Star Citizen subscribers as they can in under 2 minutes. Today's victim on the hot seat is Development Director for Foundry 42 Frankfurt, Mr. Brian Chambers. Brian, how you doing, man?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You ready? You psyched? You pumped?
I am psyched. I am pumped. I've done my research. I think Mr. Jeremiah has 11.
Now, Jeremiah Lee does have 11. He is currently Quantum Questions champion. So, yeah, that's terrible, man, because he barely got through his name. You saw it, right? He barely got through his name. Please tell me you're going to dethrone him.
I'm the type of guy that doesn't, I usually only take on challenges that I'm fairly confident with. So hopefully I don't fall on my face, but there's some confidence behind this.
All right, well, let's see.
German efficiency.
So let's see how good that vaunted German efficiency is. So let's put 2 minutes on the clock.
Going fast, man. Say that you better ask him quick.
And begin. What is your name and what do you do?
Brian Chambers, Development Director.
Name one thing you're working on for Alpha 3.0.
Moons.
Will you be able to play as an alien in Star Citizen?
Yes, eventually, but not at launch.
When was Star Citizen first revealed to the world?
2012.
Will we ever be able to drive a gray cat outside our hangars?
Similar before, yes, eventually. I don't think initially, but yes, eventually. Next.
Can you substantiate recent rumors about mining coming in Alpha 3.0?
Yes, true. Next.
Will the hangar module ever go back to how it was originally?
We won't go backwards, we will always go forwards and make it cooler.
What feature would you personally like in Star Citizen that isn't currently planned?
Dragons.
All right. What is your favorite PC game of all time?
Full throttle.
Will there be spaceship washing career opportunities?
I sure hope so.
What moon is your favorite to land on?
The pink one.
What new gaming mechanics are we aiming to include in Alpha 3.0?
Rumors, mining.
What impact has Lumberyard had on your work?
It's only made our support that much better.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could hire non-union beavers as scab workers and avoid production cessation due to a prolonged strike during contract renewal negotiations?
Union only, so none.
How tired are you of shipping Ben Lesnick rare Wing Commander memorabilia that can only be obtained in Germany?
I love Ben.
What's your daily routine like to maintain hair like that?
Wash every 3 days, put some crap in it, let it air dry.
Who is your favorite community manager for Star Citizen?
I don't have any.
I'm sorry, man, but the answer we were looking for is Jared Huckabee. But don't worry, you did it. You knocked Jeremiah out of the top spot. Congratulations. What do you have to say for yourself?
Hey, Jeremiah, how you doing? So, Jared reached out to me a while ago, and I did my research. I saw you on the top. Couldn't even really get your name right. It's a little disappointing. Made me feel bad that you were representing this at the top. So, sorry. I came, I did what I needed to do.
All right. All right, man.
Is that shit?
And so Brian Chambers takes his place atop the mountain with a whopping 16 questions answered correctly. He'll go on to compete against other CIG developers each and every week. And don't forget, you can not only submit your questions for consideration in future episodes, but you can vote on which questions you want to see featured in every episode of Quantum Questions. With that, I'm Community Manager Jared Huckabee. We'll see you next week, everybody. That was it. I did it. How many takes was that?
Hey everyone, Community Manager Tyler Nolan here to bring you this week's Top 5. Number 5, Lieutenant Dan Official has created a custom flight desk to get the most out of Star Citizen, and it looks great. We are looking forward to seeing updates to his flight desk in the future. Number 4, Dr. Kruger for their impressive screenshots of the constellation around Port Olisar using the advanced camera controls. We can't say this enough. The images and videos from the community continue to blow us away. Excellent work. Number 3 is Infomatic Jim for their entertaining video of a Starfare, Gemini, and Pirate Swarm. He goes to rack up 84 impressive kills to some very appropriate music. Number 2 goes to Board Gamer UK for their detailed new player's guide updated for Star Citizen Alpha 261. If you are a new or returning player for the 261 update, we highly recommend you taking a look at Board Gamer's new guide. Number 1 and this week's MVP goes to Ally Ghost for his hilarious video of testing a size 9 torpedo on a Caterpillar and Arena Commander while his friends are still on board. Their reaction is priceless. Congratulations, Ally Ghost, you're this week's MVP.
Hello subscribers, I'm Alexis and it's time for another edition of Subconscious, the only smaller part of another show that celebrates the people who make that show possible in the first place. They say that March comes in like a lion, but for subscribers it's more like a renegade. An Avenger Titan renegade, that is. The renegade is yours to test fly all month long. It's an update of the versatile Avenger Titan space frame that we launched last year as part of the Star Citizen anniversary celebration. My favorite part? The cool blue and yellow markings. This isn't a jump point week, but it is a jump point year. We are pleased to announce that we've heard your requests and that plans for the third physical volume of Jump Point back issues have begun. Editor David Ladyman is hard at work on the book's layout, and we'll have more details about the publication soon. And finally, we've got a sweet little vault for you. This week, we'll be looking at some of the process work done on creating Cellin, one of the moons you'll be visiting in the Stanton system. And believe you me, it does a great job of selling the place. I am so sorry Ben wrote that joke, and I tried to stop him, but here we are. And on that note, thank you to everyone out there making the subscription program work. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll see you in the den.
Well, that's all for this week. I want to give a special shout out to Batgirl and to Brian Chambers for taking on the hot seat in another installment of Quantum Questions. Thanks again for all of your support. Without you, none of this would be possible, and we'll see you in the verse.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in the Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.